So right here is the play.mydefipet.com. So this is what you need to, this is the link you need to visit in order to access the gameplay itself. And as you can see, it's on Cardia Chain and also on Binance Smart Chain. So I selected Binance Smart Chain and I have connected my wallet. It has synchronized with my wallet, and you can see my depet balance, which is 3.3. So now the game is loading, and here we have the game. Okay guys, so I've been playing this game since late July. I had to just maximize so you can see all the details and information right here. So here you can see the menu. This is where you have your menu in the game. You have a shop, you have where you can see your pets, you have the world boss, you have the arena. As at July, August, the world boss and the arena, they were not yet available. You wouldn't see any of this. All you could see was the shop and the pets. So for newbies, those that would want to start playing this game for the first time, you would actually see an empty screen. You wouldn't see the cages I have here. These are actually cages. So let me briefly explain what you need to do if you want to start playing this game. So the first thing you need to do if you want to start playing this game is you have to go to the incubator and you click on the plus sign. Then you have to purchase an egg. An egg basically costs 3 depet tokens. You purchase an egg, and after which you would hatch the egg, and that would give you one of these monsters. So once you go to my pets, you'll be able to see the hatched egg. It will give you basically one of these monsters. So you can see I have over 30 monsters here. I have over 30 monsters. That can give you an idea of how many eggs I've hatched so far. So basically, to get one of the monsters, you need to hatch an egg, and afterwards, next is you need to tame the monster. What that means is you need to upgrade the monster by feeding the monster. So on the screen here, you can see you have this. You have this, which is a farmhouse. This is where you used to plant your crops. Farmhouse is used for planting of crops. All right. So here, this is also a new feature on the platform, the hunting center, which was introduced in the month of September. This wasn't here 3 months ago. So you also have the hunting center. What the hunting center is used for, it's very easy and direct. The hunting center is where you can use to farm for tokens that you would make use of to feed your pets. If you look up here on the screen, you can see this bag here. These are the tokens that you farm once you plant crops on your farmland. You plant crops, you have so many crops here with the different prices and how much time it will take for them to generate the token that you can use to feed your pets. So you can see corn has basically 1 minute, and it will generate just 10 tokens, and you have so many others. You can see strawberry would cost about 150,000 silver, which would take about 6 hours before you can be able to harvest it, and it will generate 4,000 tokens that you can use to feed your pets. Now for the farmlands, you have to purchase these farmlands. You need to purchase them. Purchasing them, you have to go to shop, and you need to go to buildings. Yeah, you need to go to buildings, and you can see it farm plots. You'll be able to purchase. So far I've bought about 9. And same thing with the cages. You need to purchase the cages. Cages are of different prices, very different prices, and you can click on this icon to see details about the cages. It takes 1 day to construct, and it can house maximum of 3 pets, and it will be able to hold 10,000 tokens. So what that basically means is every cage has an amount of tokens that it can hold. Every cage, it has an amount of token that it can hold, every cage. So this is, you can move the cages around, you can place them anywhere on your screen. Yeah, you can do that. So let me zoom in briefly. Now if I click on this page, This page I've upgraded it to level, this cage, sorry, I've upgraded it to level 2. It's currently on level 2. You can see I have 3 pets currently in this cage. And if I click on the information, you can see the capacity 3 pets. Maximum tokens it can hold is 15,000 tokens. That's the maximum it can hold. Now these tokens, which I call silver, they are different from the tokens you use to feed your pets. They are actually very different. Each of the pets here generates an amount of tokens per hour, and you can see the game refers to that token as food. It generates an amount of food per hour, and here you can see for Adonis it generates about 1,116 tokens or food tokens per hour, while it also generates about 824 silver per hour. And these are the stats of this monster. You have the attack, health, the damage, critical, and the attack speed. You have all this information. Now this is the feeding we were talking about. Once you generate these tokens, which the game refers to as food tokens, once you generate them, these are the tokens up here, you can now make use of them to feed your pets. Yeah, you can make use of them to feed your pets basically. Now for this food per hour, this is also a new feature that was added last month. Initially the pets could only generate silver. Now in order to be able to access this food per hour which the pets generate, you have to go hunting. That's how to generate that. You have to go hunting here. I'll review this a few minutes from now, but you have to go hunting. And if you can notice, you can see how the food is increasing. It's because of the pets that are currently hunting. This hunting is something that I think I'll make a different video for. It's where you can hunt for food and also hunt for depet tokens. So passively your pets are also generating depet tokens for you. So I'll review that in a different video actually. So let's focus on breakdown of the cages. So as I was saying, here I have 3 pets, and the Adonis, if I want to feed the Adonis, you can see it costs about 10,000 food to feed this Adonis. Now notice once I feed, you can see the level is increasing. The gauge to the next level is actually increasing, whereas my total food is reducing. And remember, how you can get this food is from farming. You buy a plot or a farmland, you plant some crops, which you pay some silver to plant those crops, and once you harvest those crops, they give you some amount of food tokens. The next way is to send your pets hunting, and they'll also be able to generate food for you based on how much they can generate per hour. While the silver, what this silver is used for? Silver is used to buy farmland, it's used to buy cages too, and it's also used to pay for those crops that you plant. So I don't know if that makes sense. So you can say it's a full ecosystem. So I would still feed this pets again, and you can see the gauge is also increasing. At the same time, I'm gaining some stars. This stars is increasing my overall level, which is currently at 32 right now. Now I want to continue this till it gets to 13 here. Right now it's on 13. The level, this pet level now is currently on level 13. What this means, health has actually increased. The attack, the critical damage, and the attack speed, everything has increased, including the silver and the food it can generate. Silver per hour and the food per hour that it can generate, they have all increased. So if I want this stats to increase further, I have to upgrade this pet to level 14. And how I'll be able to do that is by feeding the pet. Now the previous level, level 12, it was about 10,000 plus food tokens to feed, but on this level it's 20,000 plus. So if I should feed it again to level 14, as you can see, all the stats have increased again. Now for level 14, it will cost about 40,000 food tokens to be able to feed this pet. So guys, I don't know, this is how you can feed your pets and keep increasing their stats. Now these stats are extremely important. Already by now you should see how important the stats are. You can see the silver has increased from 800 per hour to over 900 per hour. The food too, from about 1100 per hour to over 1600. So this pet now has a better advantage to generate more silver and more food. It has a more monetary value if I should sell it on the marketplace. Mind you, the marketplace has not yet launched. They haven't launched their marketplace yet. That would come towards the end of 2021 based on their roadmap. So guys, you have so many other pets. You can see I have so many other pets in this cage. Now if you look at this pet, you see it's currently hunting. I sent this pet hunting and it's actually generating food for me while hunting. And you can see other attributes of this pet. And as you can see clearly on my farm, you can see on my farm I don't have any crops currently being planted. So just to show you how you can spend your silver tokens, I would plant some crops. So if you pay attention to my silver tokens, I would plant tomato, which would cost me about 8,000 silver tokens. So you can see while I'm planting, my tokens are actually reducing. If I should plant potato, it cost me about 2,500. At the same time, bear in mind the time it will take for you to be able to harvest this, and also bear in mind once you're harvesting, what are you really harvesting? You're harvesting the food tokens. That's what you're gaining. So you can see this is what it costs me, 2,500 silver tokens to be able to plant that particular crop. Then next, you can see these cages. You can see the cages with the silver icon. Most of them are filled up. They've hit their maximum that they can hold. So this has a maximum of about 6,000. This about 15,000. Now don't forget, these silver tokens are being generated by the pets in this cage. That's how they're being generated, by the pets in this cage. Now mind you, these pets in this cage, although they can all generate food and silver, but while in the cage they can only generate silver for you. Only. If you want them to be able to generate food for you, what you need to do is you need to take them hunting, which I said I'm going to make a different video to explain the hunting and the P2N features and the platform. So basically that video will be about explaining how to monetize the platform, how to make real cash, not just in-game currencies, but how to make real cash. But this video is just to walk you through some basic features of the platform, how to get started. So guys, if you take notes, I stated that the first thing you need to do is you go to the incubator, you buy an egg, you hatch the egg, you go to the cage, you buy a cage, the lowest cage, 200 silver. Although the game starts with giving you one default cage. Yeah, you buy a cage, and in that cage you can be able to put in your pet. So your pets automatically starts generating some silver for you, even when you haven't upgraded the pets. As long as you've bought a pet and you've hatched the egg, it starts generating silver for you while in the cage. Now you take some of that silver and you plant some crops. That's what you do. You take some of that silver and you plant some crops in your farmland, and you can now acquire more farm plots to be able to plant more crops that can help you generate more food tokens. So if I click on a crop now, you can see how many minutes to harvest. I can fast track this by paying some diamonds, but I'm not interested in doing that because these diamonds, they are quite difficult to gain. So it's very, very difficult. Most times you get these diamonds when you've been able to get to the next level of the game. What that means is, if I should go from level 32 to 33, I'll be rewarded some diamonds, some silver, and some food tokens. So basically guys, that's what we have for today on mydefipet. The next video for mydefipet, I'll be talking about the world boss, the arena, and basically the hunting center, and I'll be explaining how you can monetize this game to make real-time good money. So guys, leave a comment, ask your questions, and stay tuned for our next video on mydefipet. At the same time, don't forget you can also buy the tokens. The tokens are extremely cheap right now. They're about $2 right now. you can be able to buy the tokens and hodl them, because these tokens will go beyond, they'll go above $10, guys. They will. So thank you very much, guys, and stay tuned for our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you once more.